every pony, this is Inkros here, and today I am going to be doing a little draw/review of the Breezies episode that just came out. So here I'm going to be actually drawing while I'm talking about what's going on, about, you know, the episode and what I thought of it and everything. Basically, it will be a review while I draw. I'm going to be actually drawing a Breezy this episode. I think I'm going to be drawing the Rainbow Dash Breezy. So let's get started. The first thing on my list that I wanted to talk about was the Breezy design. I have to say, I was kind of shocked the first time I saw the design. I thought it was a little weird, honestly. I think a lot of people thought that. It looked really strange, but good at the same time. I gotta say, I kind of like the Breezy design. I liked it when the main six, I liked how the main six looked as Breezies, but overall the design really could have been better. It's okay, but there were ways it could have been improved, in my opinion. In fact, there are a lot of ways that it could have been improved, and that is my next little note here. The difference between male and female Breezies was not very easy to tell. It kind of got me frustrated because it's kind of hard to tell which ones were male and which ones were female. And, you know, that got me frustrated. It got me kind of mad because I kind of thought that that was a big design flaw. And, you know, Seabreeze, I thought she was a girl at first, but it turns out Seabreeze, that's a dude. That's a dude who has a family, who has a wife and a child. And I was really kind of surprised, kind of weirded out. See, the thing is, the least they could have done was get rid of the eyelashes on the dudes, and that would have helped a ton, because usually in cartoons, girls are the ones with the eyelashes and guys don't, you know? So they really just could have got rid of eyelashes on the male models, but after kind of looking through the different models and such, I'm pretty sure that the guys are the ones that have shorter hair and the girls are the ones that have longer hair. So I'm pretty sure that's how you're supposed to tell the difference between the male and female Breezies. But still, they really could have made it more obvious which gender was which, you know? Anyway, third note here is the lesson of the episode, and the lesson I thought was actually really nice because I've had to face this lesson myself before. When, you know, you're trying to help out somebody, but it turns out that you really need, that they're doing something wrong, and you need to be firm with them to help them, to tell them that something is wrong. And that's a hard thing to do, especially for shy people. So the fact that Fluttershy had to learn this, I thought was a really good idea, because it's an important lesson that many people have to learn. You just have to be firm with people sometimes if what they're doing is not good for them. In fact, that's kind of like a lot like the Iron Will episode, but kind of different because it's when you're dealing with friends rather than people you don't know. So I thought that was a good lesson. I liked it. And Pinky, the next thing on my little list is Pinky. I have not liked Pinky very much this season. I mean, at the beginning of the season, she was alright. I thought, oh, nice little jokes, they were okay. But Philly Vanilli really changed that. Pinky is honestly my least favorite of the main six. That does not mean I don't like her. I do like her. But there are a lot of things that I don't like about her as well that I really think need to be worked on. Sure, she was absolutely amazing in Pinky Pride, and I want to see more of that Pinky. So, yeah, in this episode, she was okay. I mean, her outbursts can really get aggravating sometimes, but she hopefully will be getting better and recover after that whole Philly Vanilli incident that I really, really disliked. Next thing on my list, the random spell that changed the main 6 to Breezies. Okay, when I saw this coming up, I almost could not believe my eyes when I saw the main 6 changing. I thought, wow, this really came out of the blue. Oh, by the way, don't mind those little squeaks in the background. That's just my chair that whenever I lean back into it, it squeaks. So it gets really annoying sometimes. But it really needs some WD-40. Anyway, the random spell. When it first came up, I could not believe my eyes. I was wondering what the heck was going on. Why was this in the episode? I mean, I was kind of excited at the same time because I love seeing characters go through transformations, and I love it when the show kind of goes in and shows you what characters would look like as the certain species and stuff. Like, I love seeing Flutterbat and such, but this kind of came out of nowhere. And you know how they were saying, you know, the Breezies, they couldn't handle the strong currents without other Breezies beside them. No, that was not a good explanation. This felt like a blatant toy commercial, and as much as I love it, it did come out of the blue and did kind of hurt the story overall, so it kind of gets points away from the episode. One thing I found interesting was that when the main 6 were transformed into Breezies, they kept their cutie marks, when other Breezies don't have cutie marks. Kind of weird. I mean, I'm sure they still wanted the main 6 to you know, be the main 6, and I don't know, it's just kind of weird that the main 6 have their cutie marks, but Breezies don't. Anyway, next thing on my list, the Breezy Worlds. Now, this was kind of interesting. I thought the Breezy World was really cool, but geez, I wanted to see more of it. I hope we get to see more of it later on, because we did not get to see very much of it whatsoever. And that was kind of frustrating, because all we saw was basically one background of it, and that's about it. That's about it. I want to see more of the Breezy World. After all, you've introduced us to these interesting characters with an interesting kind of persona, design, backstory. Come on, we want to see more of their world. That'd be super cool. It's really cool to see. I want to see more of the Breezy World. I liked what I saw so far, and I wanted to see more. There was a castle in the background. Anyway, do these guys have a ruler? Is Sea Breeze their ruler, or some sort of thing? I don't know. It's never explained. I want to see that explained. Next up on my list here is the Breezy behavior. Now, I saw T-Bap, Two Brothers Boop About Ponies, and they were talking about how lame the Breezies were. And I kind of agree. They were really delicate, but when you think about it, these things are really tiny. I mean, just comparing them to Fluttershy, they're the size of a ladybug. Well, MLP ladybugs, anyway. They're so small. And just think about a tiny little insect, you know, how delicate they can be. And I think it was kind of realistic, a kind of a leaf blowing them away and the breeze can't be too strong. I mean, sure, there is the fact that butterflies can fly in strong breezes and everything, but I don't know, these little breezies do seem to be very delicate, and so I don't know. Maybe it was a good thing that they were portrayed this way. Maybe it was a bad thing. Maybe it kind of hurt the episode overall, but I don't really mind it. So, Sea Breeze. I have to admit, when Applejack and everyone referred to him as a him, I was really surprised. I thought it was a girl. His voice sounded very kind of feminine, but now I see it was probably just a man doing the voice, but they kind of sped it up like they did with the main 6 when the main 6 became Breezies. So, I don't know. Like I said earlier, he should not have had eyelashes. It would have made it a lot less confusing. In fact, I have seen people who still refer to him as a female, even though he is not. He's a guy. It's really strange. I am kind of weirded out that he was a dude. I really think they should have got rid of his eyelashes. Anyway, next is the opening Sonic Rain Boom reference. Did anyone else catch this? Because I was kind of squealing in my seat as I noticed that this was kind of a Sonic Rain Boom sort of opening with the Flutter, except this time Fluttershy was cheering on her little friends, and it was kind of adorable. I was thinking, wow, this is a really nice little tribute. I am really glad the team in DHX did this, because it's a cute idea to do that. Next was the Doctor and Rose. Did anyone else notice that the Doctor and Rose were in this episode? I mean, they were only there for a few seconds, but they were there when Seabreeze was having trouble outdoors. So the thing is, the Doctor Hooves was wearing his trademark 3D glasses. The ones he wears the ones he used to wear in the actual Doctor Who show. It was an obvious reference. I am kind of psyched that he did this, because I used to watch Doctor Who all the time. And the other thing is, he was wearing a blue tie, like the 10th Doctor did. And he was also with one of the ponies who was named Rose. And Rose, Tyler, was one of the Doctor's assistants. And so it was kind of an interesting little reference. I really liked that they did that. It was really fun. Anyway, next up on my list, this is the last one, and then I'll be done, is Rainbow Dash's comment. She comments at the end of the episode, "Ooh, can you turn me into a griffin next? I've always wondered what it's gonna be like, what it would be like to be a griffin." Oh my gosh, that comment made me laugh. I loved it. I think it was my favorite joke in the entire episode, which is not really saying much, because there wasn't that much humor in this episode. But anyway, I thought it was funny. I think it would be kind of cool if in a later episode they somehow turned into a griffins, because that would be kind of a fun follow-up to the joke. But yes, I enjoyed this episode. It was a little bit boring at some parts when the Breezies wanted to be taken care of. But hey, it was alright. I guess I would give it an 8 of 10. There were some flaws that I did not like, but overall, it was a great episode. I liked it. I mean, there were some cringeworthy parts, like Spike. I have to admit right now, I do not like Spike at all. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like me to do more drawing review while I review sort of videos, then go ahead and leave a comment below telling me you would like some more of these videos, and I will be sure to do them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye bye!